When did you first start to realize or start to sense that the scales of justice may not actually be completely balanced?
Well, I think it was like a slow progression, but I started to notice that right away, the same judges that I appeared in front of as a prosecutor, now I'm a defense attorney, I'm appearing in front of the same judges, and I don't have the same level of respect. I feel like I had lost the credibility. I just was viewed very differently, and I felt like the scales had shifted in favor of the prosecutor. And I don't think I realized that as a prosecutor that I had those benefits, that I was being favored. I was too naive to see that. But certainly being on the other side, I recognized that things were very different. I didn't have the resources. Clients would be charged with crimes, and quite frankly, they are limited in the defenses that they can present because it's costly to have expert witnesses and things like that. So you're limited in some of the defenses you can raise just simply by money. And a lot of times clients just didn't have the money to fund litigation because prosecutors, and this is something else I learned, is that prosecutors could beat you down, quite frankly. They could wear you out. They could consume your retainer. They could make you come to court unnecessarily and needlessly for senseless appearances, and it would consume the retainer agreement, and eventually the client runs out of money and they bankrupt the client. They bankrupt the attorney that's fighting very hard for the client, ends up having to withdraw from the case. It became more and more common as time went on that was typically happening. And it to me was a strategy that was utilized. If a prosecutor did not want to have to deal with you as the defense attorney, this was just a strategy that they used where you could go to court 12, 13, 14 times and not accomplish anything and be looking to go to trial saying, my client is innocent and they're innocent until proven guilty according to our law. And they want the right to trial. They want to go to trial. And unfortunately, the judges would side with prosecutors and they would allow them these delays or adjournments that were quite frankly unnecessary.
Wow.
And as much as you pushed to go to trial, there was a lot of pushback.